Hi, I'm Mary.
I'm Helen.
And I'm Deanna.
And you're watching
Word of Mouth.
Happy holiday! Happy holiday! Happy holiday! Happy holiday! While the merry bells keep ringing, may the calendar keep ringing. Happy holiday! Happy holidays to you!
This is a movie I saw hundreds of times as I grew up, and girlfriends of mine would come over, and that would be the movie of choice, holiday season, popcorn, hot chocolate, White Christmas.
Bob Wallace and Phil Davis are a song and dance team, and they met while they were in the Army. And now it's 10 years later, and it's 1954, and they're on the Ed Sullivan Show, and they're big-time recording and Broadway stars.
Okay, one guy is a ladies' man, the other guy is kind of just, this is my work, and I'm never going to find a woman, and not even going to bother looking for women, and that's where we find them.
And they're about to go down to Miami and put their show on, and they meet these two gals.
Oh, they go see these two sisters to perform their act because they're looking for some girls to be in their show.
Phil and Judy have an immediate connection, and they're kind of in love throughout the whole thing.
They just hit it off, of course, and the other two do not, and they are kind of like oil and water, and the two that have fallen in love on the dance floor have schemed their way into getting Bob to head up to Vermont so they can all be together and find love in the foursome.
Once they come to Vermont, they find out that their old general is running this inn. The problem is that no one wants to stay at the inn because it's not snowing.
Bob and Phil call their, friends from New York that are on Broadway and whatnot to come to the inn and perform a show, and they only have 5 days to do it.
It was kind of predictable, and I know it's an old movie musical and it's supposed to be kitschy, but it was like, I knew from the moment that it came on and he's like, I don't believe in love, I was like, yeah, you're going to end up falling in love with the other girl who does not believe in love. It was really obvious where the show was going.
It's so sentimental for me, as far as the plot goes. I really enjoyed some of the new stuff that they brought into the plot, but I do think it's a bit dated, but in a really lovely kind of way.
Bob was played by Stephen Bogardus, and he did such a wonderful job. He actually looked like Bing Crosby. His voice didn't sound like him, but he had a wonderful voice, and he just kind of reminded you of him.
I'm a dance teacher, so I really enjoyed watching Jeffrey Denman and Meredith Patterson. It was great to see that felt like it was old Broadway type of duets that were being danced all across the stage to Irving Berlin music, and you just get so swept up and it was just a wonderful scene to watch them get up and just glide across the dance floor.
Carrie O'Malley was actually really, really great. She was my favorite part of the show. I thought that she really was a cut above everybody else. Her acting was so good.
She had a beautiful alto voice and just, sung amazingly to me.
Susan Manser plays Martha, and she was really great in kind of giving us the comic relief that we needed. It wasn't like this was a really downer of a show anyway, but she was funny in her own way and gave us a little spice that was needed.
She was really, really funny, and she has this great voice. She was just really great. And the first time I saw her, she was really, you wouldn't suspect that she has this amazing voice, and she does. She really, really does. And whenever she was on stage, she stole the show.
The backup dancers made me want to get up there and join them. I was very jealous, and they were just terrific. The choreography was really well done, very well done. I was really, really enjoyed it a lot.
The score was really great. It's Irving Berlin, so of course it is great. And it's nice to be able to go into a show and know the songs without having bought the soundtrack because everyone just hears them.
I thought it was really entertaining to see kind of a classic Broadway style, and it was new.
It was enjoyable. It was a nice family show. I really enjoyed it.
I think I liked the Broadway version better than the movie. It was certainly, being there and seeing it live is very different than seeing it on the TV.
It wasn't my favorite show. I didn't really like it.
The only reservations I would have is for somebody who doesn't really enjoy the musical theater type of thing. You gotta love musical theater and you'll love this show.
I love classic movie musicals. I love, Guys and Dolls, 42nd Street, all the Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire movies. But this didn't have the feel of those movies. It was just all the energy and the magic that goes into those movies just fizzled out.
It's corny, but I loved it. It's corny, but I loved it. And my friend that I went to see it with, who's also a New Yorker, she loved it too.
At the end, they're like, it's White Christmas. And I'm like, oh, this was about Christmas? Now I remember. But otherwise, I was just like, you know, thinking that it was more, you know, a story about putting on a show, because most of the big numbers are like Blue Skies, which has nothing to do with Christmas, Sisters. It's fun falling out of love.
You know, it's an oldie, but it's a goodie, and I'd say go see it if that's your bag. It's your show.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I'd say that if you're my age and you're going to go see a show, don't go see this. It's, you know, even if you really do love movie musicals, just watch the movies.
I would tell my friends to absolutely go run and get tickets to this.
There's lots of other things to see on Broadway, but for the holiday season, it's only out for 6 weeks, so I'd say, yeah, take the chance and go see it.
And may all